Any mentioning?
My lord, may I have your lordship's kind leave to mention a matter for inclusion in your lordship's list, my lord. This is an application for correction and clarification of your lordship's order of 19 June, my lord. The other side had mentioned this matter yesterday, perhaps. There is some typographical errors, my lord. Lordship was pleased to keep it tomorrow. This is that Dongfang matter, my lord. It was an appeal from the Rajahat Commercial Court.
Which one? Which matter?
This is a Dongfang versus Aristocrats matter, my lord. It was with regard to a hotel premises in
We have passed an order.
lordship, 19 June. Lordship may remember, my lord, it was an application. The order was directing, my lord, deposit of rent at the rate last paid in an eviction suit. Issue arose whether it was a commercial dispute or not.
Then what we decided?
Lordship has passed several directions, my lord. One error is, my lord, the date of the impugned order is incorrectly mentioned, my lord.
So correction.
For that, my lord, the other side mentioned it before your lordship yesterday. Your lordship was pleased to keep it tomorrow. There are certain other clarifications required also, for which I have taken out this application. Will kindly direct
You have
it to
taken an application for clarification.
Yes, my lord.
Appellate side. Appellate side or original side?
This is appellate side. Appellate side.
Appellate side. Well, give it. Who is the other side? Are you mentioning upon notice?
No, my lord, but I will communicate to them immediately. It was filed.
Mention upon notice. Otherwise, we are.
My lord, lordship has already been pleased to keep it. Have the matter kept tomorrow. That
will be listed, but don't mention any matter without notice, please. Mention matter upon notice.
Your lordship, may I have your kind leave to mention a matter, your lordship. Your lordship, may I am seeking leave of your lordship to make it listed urgently for without the certified copy of the order. It's an
When
appeal.
did you apply for the certified copy?
Your lordship, the order was passed on 1st July. Your lordship, I'll apply it today. Your lordship, without the injunction. I moved an ex parte injunction in the law.
Appellate side or original side?
Appellate side, your lordship, from the order of learned commercial court at Rajarat. If your lordship may kindly.
When did you apply for it?
Your lordship.
1st July the order was passed.
1st July the order was passed, your lordship.
1st July can't be passed.
38.
1st July, yes. When? 30th June.
So
30th June.
the order dated is 1st July, your lordship. Saturday.
Saturday. Achha, working Saturday.
Yeah, working Saturday, your lordship.
We'll give it to you.
Much obliged. I'm seeking short leave to serve upon the others.
What is the nature of the order?
Your lordship, we moved an ex parte injunction order on 16th of June. Thereafter, the injunction was supposed to expire on 1st of July. We filed our extension of interim order application, your lordship, but it was not heard. And it expired due to a flux of time. Now, your lordship, it has been kept on hearing on 12th of July. It's a short issue. I'm being led by Mr. Devnath Ghosh in this matter, your lordship. If your lordship may kindly be pleased to keep it tomorrow.
Is a refusal to pass an interim order? What happened? What happened to your application?
Your lordship, it is not heard, your lordship, and it is expired, your lordship.
No, but he can always restore it.
Your lordship, he has kept it without the other side was represented on that day, and they have filed a vacating
See
application.
the nature of the order, why it was refused. You need to see the order.
Yeah, your lordship, I'll just show you.
Now, what is the order? Give us the order. Yes. Yes, you did not comply with the
Your
mandatory
lordship, I
provision.
complied with it.
Sorry, no.
Your lordship,
You violate, it will appear. No.
your lordship, I
There's a reason,
complied.
please.
That's the issue, your lordship. It
Please
needs
don't-
to be
please
decided by your lordship. I have complied with it.
The certified copy. Sorry, no. You have not complied.
Your
with the
lordship,
provision.
your lordship may hear me out
You
for
have not
1 second, your
complied.
lordship.
Comply. You
Your
file,
lordship, the order.
file it, we shall settle it. Yes. Next matter, please. Call.
Much obliged.
Inside matter, listed matters, application adjourned.
Well, your lordships had already expressed,
Item number 1 to 3.
well, your lordships had already expressed opinion. Well, this is the matter where, my lord, there was Citibank Bangladesh and Citibank India.
Yes.
Your lordship, my lord, wanted to, my lord, know as to, my lord, whether it is after, my lord, the passing of the order that the money had been, my lord, paid out by the Citibank Bangladesh. My lord, I have, my lord, obtained instructions. My lord, it seems that, my lord, it is, my lord, commercial exigencies has prevailed. Now, my lord, I'll be very candid with your lordship, my lord, because I followed, my lord, what the court was trying to say. Well, if your lordship sees, my lord, the order that has been passed, my lord, restrained the Bangladeshi party from, my lord, ultimately, my lord, invoking the guarantee. But, my lord, notwithstanding the order, ultimately, as your lordship rightly observed, my lord, the Bangladeshi party invoked the guarantee. The Citibank of Bangladesh paid the money, And my lord, as a standby letter of credit, my lord, guarantor, my lord, the Indian bank also paid the Bangladesh bank. Now, my lord, all the time praying for at this moment, my lord, there are two things. My lord, approach to your lordships was, my lord, because I was not being able to, my lord, recover money from, my lord, the, my lord, margin that was put in by, my lord, the Indian party who had approached the court and obtained the order of injunction. But I'm not going to do that. My lord, let me make it very clear. My lord, what I want is, my lord, there's an observation at page 9 of the impugned order which says that, my lord, Citibank Bangladesh and Citibank India, my lord, the one and the same entity, my lord, which is, my lord, incorrect in law, and which is going to, my lord, cause a lot of operational difficulties. In fact, it has already caused a lot of operational difficulties. That's number one. Number two, my lord, my learned friends had indicated to your lordships on the last occasion, they had proceeded in arbitration against the Bangladeshi party, and, my lord, there is already an interim, my lord, order or direction, my lord, to deposit, my lord, the entire money, my lord, that was, my lord, received out of, my lord, the bank guarantee proceeds. I only want to be, my lord, kept, my lord, intimated, my lord, with regard to, my lord, the proceedings in arbitration, and if they receive the money. My lord, if the Bangladeshi party puts in the money and they receive the money, they should, my lord, then, my lord, put it back in my account because I have paid. My lord, that is, my lord, an accomplished or admitted fact. But I will not, my lord, proceed to debit my learned friend's account. My lord, I will only want to be kept informed about, my lord, the proceedings in the arbitration. And, my lord, they have already said that there is an order.
You're right to realization.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
So, my lord, when they realize, my lord, they should immediately make that payment to me. When they realize, I'm not going to debit their account.
So, see, the amount to the extent that his account is being,
That's it. My lord, whatever, my lord, I have made payment under a standby letter.
his account has not been debited.
No, I have not debited his account.
Mr. Chaudhary,
My lord, because of this, my lord, they had raised a demand. I had to pay the other, so far as other accounts are concerned, my lord, they recalled all the loan. I had to stop my banking
bank
operations.
has recalled all the loan.
Yes. And my lord, this amount, my lord, which my learned friend is saying, at the first instance, they are not supposed to make any payment. If they have done it, it is at their own peril, nothing to do with my money. The bank guarantee has not been invoked so far as I am concerned. And the security is because before the arbitrators, we have been otherwise able to show that irrespective of all this, I still get money.
I am not on that. My lord, my case is very simple. My lord, right, wrong, my lord, I'm not here to, my lord, sit in judgment
No,
over
you
that.
have paid the money to Bangladesh.
I have paid the money to
Citibank.
Bangladesh. Bangladesh has paid the money to the Bangladesh bank. Bangladesh Citibank has paid it to, my lord, the Bangladeshi party.
What she wanted to know
There are
when.
two things.
Just a second. If the
There are-
bank,
See, there are two things. One is if it has been wrongly invoked
yes,
and thereby some proceeds have gone to the beneficiary of the
That's
letter of
right.
credit, then the beneficiary has to pay it back.
right?
Now that he cannot enforce
No, well, if
because
the,
his account has not yet been debited.
well, if the
His account-
beneficiary,
his
no,
account
that's
has
right.
not been debited.
If the beneficiary pays it back to, my lord, the Citibank Bangladesh, then of course I can claim it back from Citibank Bangladesh. If the beneficiary pays my learned friend, well, lord, which I believe was the representation made that they have got an order that it must be paid into their account, then, my lord, they have
Is there
to.
any order to that effect that they will pay back the amount
lord,
to you
it
because
is-
your amount is not yet debited?
It is a direction given to BREB Bangladesh that you can deposit the money either with Citibank Kolkata or any other bank. So if it will be BREB who will be depositing it directly, I have nothing to do.
I see. It will be
My lord,
deposited
let them keep
directly.
me in the loop. My lord, if my lord BRB deposits directly with Citibank Bangladesh, I will, my lord, get my money.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing.
So what is what the appeal about?
My lord, though appeal was, my lord, filed because, my lord, we had, my lord, challenged the finding. Well, I'll tell you, lordship, what the appeal, why the appeal was filed. The direction was against against the Bangladeshi party from invoking.
Now,
Well, there was-
now that the fact is quite clear that notwithstanding the order operating in their favor, you have parted with the money.
My lord, I my lord, have made a concession before lordships. My lord, because, my
Now,
lord,
we
the
want to know the
injunction,
dates. That's why we wanted to know
Yes.
the dates.
my lord, injunction was against, my lord, the Bangladeshi party, not against the banks. But, my lord, your lordship has formed an opinion. But we respect that opinion. My lord, we only say that, my lord, we will not, my lord, proceed to debit my learned friend's account because, my lord, we were challenging the order so that we can debit the account. We will not debit the account.
Fine.
My lord, we only say that, my lord, if the money comes, my lord, into the account of Citibank Bangladesh, my lord, then of course, my lord, I am protected because I
But there is an order. He said it will go to you. That's the order. He said.
That is well a direction on the Bangladesh party. That is BREB has
In
been
the
directed
arbitration.
to put it in.
my lord, let them just keep us, my lord, abreast of the proceedings
You
in the
can furnish
arbitration.
a copy of the order, my lord. They can take it up with BREB.
My lord, let them just keep us, my lord,
But
abreast
this
of
is
the.
a list of dates, my lord.
The order you are referring to. Give a copy to Mr.
I am
Shah
giving
also.
to Mr. Shah.
Well, let them just keep us, my lord, informed of the developments in the arbitration. That is all. My lord, then we'll follow our course of action. And my lord, the clarification about, my lord, page 9 of the impugned judgment.
The clarification I tell you, it is for the purpose of, you see, why it was considered to be a one entity.
No,
Because
that's right.
It was for that, in that context, it was held to be
Kindly
one
just clarify that.
My lord, kindly do
That's
not
page 9.
clarify, my lord, on this ground, my lord, it will be challenged saying that the High Court has held
kindly-
this, it's separate in spite of the entire basis will go. And now the arbitration is over. My lord, they are trying to, my lord, they are under
Let me make
pressure
it
from
very
Citibank, Bangladesh. My lord, Lordship will see para 52, my lord, kindly.
My lord,
put the list of
Citibank
dates.
Bangladesh put us under pressure. We made the payment.
Why?
my lord,
That is the
No,
whole
no, my lord,
question.
that question is now over. My lord, I'm not asking for, my lord, any
So, my
recompense
lord,
from
if
them.
that can't be, my lord, and my lord, the conduct, even knowing this, my lord, I had to
That is-
withdraw all my banking operations. My lord,
that is
they
not the
wanted
point.
complete
That is-
security.
That is not the point. Point is this, that in what the learned judge has really said, that in view of the nature of the transactions, she considered it to be in one entity, not for the purpose of
Well,
any other
kindly see
thing.
page 9, para 16, my lord, kindly, my lord, clarify to the extent that your lordship deems fit. Page 9, para 16. That is all.
Very well, take it off.
Interim order.
We have heard the land council, we have heard Mr. Krishna Shah, the Learned Senior Counsel, representing the appellant, and Mr. Shobhuri Chaudhary.
My lord, the delay of, my lord, is about 34 days.
Petition says 153 days. One submission.
153 days, my lord, that is in the petition.
50 days.
There's an application and thereafter, my lord, there's a supplementary affidavit.
Application, it is, my lord, practically nothing has been pleaded, but they later put a supplement, page 14, para
আরে
56.
ওগুলো দাও।
Page
For in
No, my lord,
the,
it was a part of the stay application,
I
but
see.
we have filed a, my lord, separate, my lord,
we have
supplementary affidavit,
question of limited
my lord,
time.
pursuant to leave of, my lord, this court.
There's a delay of 153 days. The reason for delay is explained in the supplementary affidavit affirmed on 14 February.
Bank
Bank
guarantee.
guarantee.
Sorry.
Bank guarantee was given by the Bangladesh Bank. My lord, we gave in favor of the Bangladesh Bank a standby letter of credit.
Oh, sorry.
Purchaser.
Overseas purchaser. Whereby the overseas purchaser
Page
was
24. my lord,
was
24A.
directed to deposit the excess amount of USD 360 to 53.40 in an interest There's nothing, it clarifies in what context it is said. It would be evident from the transaction that the petitioner, the respondent number 1 and Citibank NA Kolkata, treated Citibank NA Bangladesh at Dhaka as an overseas office.
My lord, kindly see, my lord, the last four lines of my lord, para 17.
Para 17.
Para 17, next one is a continuation, my lord, really.
Para 17.
No fact has therefore been pleaded or proved to show Citibank NA should be seen as two separate and disparate entities, namely Kolkata
But
and
that
Hyderabad.
was an observation in the section 9. That will obviously not affect the arbitration.
No, मतलब arbitration, I am not a party in any case.
কি বললাম?
Then my lord, keep us informed about my lord.
Very well. You are the claimant there. The claimant respondent shall keep the appellant informed
Available to us a copy of the final award so that we can pursue our
and may make available the final award that may be passed and and shall make available the final award that may be passed in the said.
I'm very grateful.
Not a party, he will have copy to my final award.
Because you see, the
I-
reason is he may have a recourse to. the
That
overseas
is
power.
between him and the Malad. They are all colluding. His argument is I am not a party. That was the entire argument before.
Let
the
us not
Lord
make
single
this
judge.
contentious.
Copy
my lord.
to
There
him.
is no
Kindly record
contention
the
here.
appeal is dismissed, my lord. Otherwise, my lord, this I am being very candid, my lord. This will be treated as my lord higher up as my lord, because the appellate court has
Yeah.
held this and this will be taken up, my lord. There is a
Yeah.
reason.
I
I say the appeal is dismissed, not disposed, my lord. This is not this.
your lordship has disposed of with a small clarification.
No
There's no direction.
interference is being made on the. Kindly record that.
We do not interfere with the order passed.
My lord, grateful. Grateful.
Appeals.
3 appeal. I didn't take it.
We have list of dates for the.
আর তিনটেতে কি
All the
Same.
three. Same,
All
same.
Same delay, my lord. No need to change any post. That I was just praying this, my lord. I know, my lord, this the Supreme Court records. I am being hesitant to make this submission. If, my lord, this will not be treated as a precedent.
No, I
Because,
said
my lord,
we are
I tell your
satisfied with
lordship,
Section 5.
I tell your lordship, my lord, because of the present law vis-a-vis commercial court and the application of section 5 and the strict interpretation thereof, my lord, and in view of section 13 of the Commercial Courts Act, my lord,
That
150,
will not have a view on Section 5. That cannot have a view on Section 5.
that is exactly, my lord, because, my lord, this will be after all a division bench, 153 days
we-
delay has
we
been
said-
condoned.
No, we said we are satisfied with the explanation in paragraph 5. That we said so. That discussion is with the court. Commercial court cannot.
Factually, my lord,
No,
since the earlier bench had indicated the main
but
matter would be
every
gone into.
case is decided on its own facts. Your lordships have said.
Well,
very
I have not made any submission on that, my lord. Say, I had difficulty in section 5, but since my lord wanted to go on merits, my lord, we did not stand on the way. But
Is always
Grateful.
better matters are hard on matters. কিছু আছে আমাদের? হ্যাঁ? অ্যাপ্রেসারে কিছু নেই তো। অ্যাপ্রেসারে কমার্শিয়াল কিছু আছে? Yeah.
survives for one more day, 2 more days.
You do not know, you may have a better luck.
Some cases are beyond luck also.
চলো এই বেঞ্চে তো কিছু নেই না এবার ওখানে কি আছে আমাদের
চলো 8 চলে চলো।
অরিজিনাল সেটটা আছে চলো এইগুলো আছে এগুলো বেশিরভাগ রিলিজ করে দেবো আমি এগুলো তো